You're locked in with me, BB Davis, on this exciting Saturday. It is January the 20th, 2024. So by now, you have seen or tuned into the score for today's NFL. The Ravens. They faced off with the Texans. Texans. Texans ended their season 11-8. And the Ravens 14-4. Final score 34-10. Tonight, the San Francisco 49ers will host the Green Bay Packers. Yes, my Green Bay Packers. And let me tell you, this is going to be an exciting game. The forecast has some light rain for the QB, Jordan Love, and the young Packers team. They're coming upon the 49ers who are or should be most definitely rested after weeks of the bye. Now, could that make them a possible unthreat? Or could this make them a threat? Well, we shall see. The favored for tonight's game is going to be with the 49ers. So we will see who advances and who gets the daggers. But like I was telling a salty Cowboys fan, one of my friends, housed about it, he started to go a little too far. And I was like, Patrick, calm down. The facts are, and this is not me coming from Go Pack Go, but the Cowboys got stomped. And their season ended. And they were the favored by a young team and a rookie quarterback out of the shadows of number 13. Okay? So, if they do not win and advance, if the Packers do not, it's okay. Because they stomped y'all and y'all are home. And y'all did all the hype. Unlike Packers Nation, let's Go Pack Go, and we're very excited for next season, and we're excited for the draft, and we have a pretty good coach. Whereas for the Cowboys, owner Jerry Jones stated he's going to stay with head coach McCarthy, but there's been no extension of his contract. So instead of going through legal bindings and all that, he'll probably just let his contract right on out, since it's only to 2024. We're in 2024, and then start rebuilding. And even before that, start rebuilding the Dallas Cowboys by the draft, hopefully. And then start taking some real considerations to the QB, Dak Prescott. But we don't have those problems over here with the Packers. So we just have to see what happens. So I'll be back in the second half, and we will break down the first half, my POVs, and go from there. All right, so we're going to tune in. We're going to tune in right here to the Sportcasters POVs.
So being aggressive on first down really helped them. Yeah, the thing is, Jimmy, if you go back to the game last week against the Cowboys, they took the ball right down the field, got right on top of Dallas, game over. If this game's pretty much going to be the same thing, it's because Aaron Jones, a running back, he's back in this offense. And this offense,
I definitely think they're going to try and shut down Aaron Jones. But it has to be more components for the Packers to win this besides Jones. But I do feel the 49ers are going to try and shut him down.
The Green Bay Packers Packers defense had some struggles throughout the season this year. At some points, they were calling for defensive coordinator Joe Barry to be fired. But just like the rest of the Packers organization, Joe Barry came through the last few weeks and stepped it up big time. Last week versus Dallas Cowboys as well, it was kind of easy, the game plan for them because they were just keying in on CeeDee Lamb the whole time, which led to that interception, one of the 2 interceptions that the Packers had. But this week, it's not going to be like that. The San Francisco 49ers, they have 4 guys that went over 1,000 yards this year. Say with me, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Ayuke, and Deebo Samuel. So you can't just key in on one guy. If the Packers want to stay in this game, they can't miss tackles. And also, they got to put pressure on Brock Purdy. And number 3, what do they got to do? They can't give up chunk plays.
I'm lost on what number he's on. I said, say it with me. I thought we got a concert. I think when you have an Aaron Rodgers.
But see, you have Gronk, who's a new sportcaster and newest of all this crew as a player. So he's able to rattle off the numbers of the players more quicker than these guys.
Understandably so. When you've got a franchise quarterback like that, you have to do that. This is the version of football team and system that I think Matt LaFleur planned on running when he first got here to Green Bay. And this is the kind of offense with young talent at wide receiver, at tight end, young players. They had this ready to go. Aaron Rodgers leaves last year. This year they come in, they push a bunch of youth in, and they're a good football team, and I think they're going to be there for a number of years.
And we are just moments.
I really hope so.
So what better time than to bring in Jay Glazer right now to find out who is in and out, brought to you by Geico.
All right, Howard, you're just talking about Matt LaFleur. His Packer team is pretty much healthy. And look, last week, Jair Alexander, going into the game, they weren't sure if he was going to play or how much he was going to play until pregame warm-ups. You see him out here?
So yes, we have Jair Alexander. He's out on the field, and he's been doing a lot of sound bites with the social media. The pack is back, so we have to see what happens. As far as 49ers, I think they have a few defensive linemen. Eric Armstead, he may be out. And Drake Greenlaw, Achilles linebacker for the 49ers. But they have a lot of weapons, the 49ers, so this should be interesting. I really hope it doesn't become a blowout. I really, really hope that we have these good quarters and we'll see what happens. So, Purdy, Love. We're going to see what happens with the 49ers. And everybody's going to be watching this game for the most part just to see what happens here.
Yes!
So here we go with these official picks. Let's see what we get here.
Romeo Dobbs scores a touchdown, or George Kittle scores a touchdown. I'm going with George Kittle. He's going to show why he was all pro this year.
I'm going with dudes.
New customers can now get $150 in bonus that's guaranteed. Place the first $5 bet. Like this one, pay out to 90%.
So how you all doing on your fantasy? I think I'm doing pretty good. Now, a lot of people, are disappointed between the Texans and the Ravens, but the favor did go with the Ravens, so a lot of people's happy about that. Of course, you had in the stands the great Ray Lewis cheering on the Baltimore Ravens, so B. Moore should be pretty ecstatic. But yeah, fantasy football. I hope everyone is pretty happy with their setup. And we're going to be waiting for everybody's pick over here.
Wow.
We'll get your picks right now. We'll start off. Gronk here in first place all season.
Here we go.
10.5 points spread. Packers are favored. Packers are the underdogs. 49ers favored by 10.5. Who you taking?
I'm going with the San
Why do you say it's thank you? Thank you.
because I'm in first place and I have been throughout the whole season, and I'm a rookie.
Oh,
You know
yes.
it. So,
Gronk is going with the 49ers.
say 49ers. Well, this is the 10th meeting in the postseason. The 49ers are 5-4 in those games. They'll go 6-4. 49ers.
Okay.
49ers all the way.
Jimmy Johnson, 49ers. Terry, 49ers.
All picking the same thing. It gets boring.
Yes.
Going 49ers. I'm going with Green Bay, baby.
Okay. Right. Marcus, I'm going to mix it up. Marcus Strayhard. Say,
I'm going to go San Francisco.
No, you got it. So, Jimmy, let me ask you real quick here. Green Bay winning last week, did that help Kyle Shanahan?
Howie is going with the 49ers.
I watched that game last week and said, man, this Green Bay team, they can play. And Jordan Love, he's as good as any quarterback in the league the way he's playing right now. So it got Kyle Shanahan's attention, I promise you that.
We'll find out if their attention is enough, because right now,
Weather.
well, they say maybe some rain in the third quarter.
Okay, so the majority is going with the 49ers. 49ers are the favorite. And Green Bay in this contest is the underdogs once again, just like they were with Dallas. But then they shut Dallas down. So guess what? It's going to be an exciting time. So I'm going to enjoy the first half. I'll come back with my POV with what I thought about the first half. And then I'll be doing play-by-play in the second half. So everybody, settle yourself in and let's get ready for some playoff action, and we'll see who gets the daggers. But it's always, no matter what, people, for your team, always rock your team. And it is Go Pack Go. I'm BB for BB Love Sports, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion.